Alright guys, we're live. FSL's live. You guys can see the Hey, thanks for that sub, Cyan. 48 months. Amazing.
That is a long time.
My second longest subscriber. Him and Sloza are 1 month apart.
No, what? It got slowed. I was trying to knife.
So the funny thing is, Cyan is 48 months, and Sloza is 49 months. So Cyan is hoping to be the #1 by having Sloza expires next week. So it's really funny. He's waiting for years, and so whoever forgets to renew, it's like a game of Twitch subscriber chicken. So, but thanks for that sub. All right, so look, you guys can see they've started their vetoes, and they're done now. And I'm here with Seth.
Yo, what's up?
All right, so I guess we can get the players here. We'll interview.
Yeah, let me make sure they're ready to go.
So it's hot in my office. I'm wearing a tank top. But probably should turn on the fans. So we have Uber XL, Miss Uber XL, and Plant Queen starting first, right?
That is correct.
All right. While they're loading that up, let me just look quickly at the map picks. Seeing it as Lightshade for game 1, Jagannatha game 2. So nothing too crazy. The big map is the last map, 2000 atmospheres, which I actually like that map, but they're not doing that just yet. So, all right. So let's see if we can get these players on for an interview.
They are both on.
Just waiting for the cameras to come on. I think their cameras are. And whoa! Cobra Dog, thanks for the sub. All right, sub time, you say? Exactly. Got a 4-month total too, so not bad. Got a long way to go catch up the other guys. You might have to assassinate them, or take a time machine. So, alright, so I don't see them on. Let's see. There you go. It finally loaded. Okay, good. So, this Uber XL on my top right, which what we're broadcasting, of course, and Plant Queen on the bottom left. How are you guys doing? What are their records, Seth? Is it one win each, right? One matchup win each?
Let me check real quick.
But I'm pretty sure. Plant
Plant
Queen
Queen
is
is
undefeated.
1-0,
Yeah.
and Mrs. Super XL is 1-2.
1 and 2. All right, so they both have 1 wins under the belt already, so that's good. So let's chat with these guys, these ladies. It's Protoss versus Zerg. Let's start with you, Uber XL. You played. You're gonna be put to the test with this Zerg here, who's I think way better than the previous Zergs you played. What are you thinking about that?
Yeah. I'm not. Zergs are hard.
Zergs are hard. Gotcha. So yeah. I think Cyan can help you with how to deal with Zergs. Right? Alright. So do you have a game plan at all today, or you thought about it, or you just said, okay, I'll just do my basic stuff? Like, what did you do to prepare? Obviously, you don't have to tell us what your exact plan is, but what did you do to prepare?
I've been playing a lot of 1v1s with Zergs and screaming at the end of each match, but learning from each one. So I'm learning it.
That's true, and that's the best way to learn. You just play and make the mistakes. As long as you're watching the replays, that way each loss is not, oh, why did I lose? Oh, whatever. Let me play again. Like you'll just keep losing that way, right? But as long as you're studying it, that makes sense. And let's talk to Plant Queen, who plays a lot of games. And so let's talk about practice. She practices a lot, and practice makes perfect. So she's improved quite a bit. She just started playing too, like you. How
I
have you been prepared?
a lot. So maybe one game, if I can get a game in a day, I can get a 4 to 5. That's like a weekend.
Gotcha. And I guess when I say a lot, I'm talking relative, because some of these guys, like, who doesn't practice? Is it Curtis plays a lot, which is Lucky Tiger.
He does.
Cyan, I don't know how much he's been practicing. He's looking a little rusty. So, right? Yeah, there you go. He's looking a little rusty. I don't think he's been practicing. So when I say practicing a lot, it's all relative. Right? So,
It's like playing 3v3 or 4v3.
oh, that's good practice, actually. Team games are good practice. So that,
Yeah.
I count that as practice. Until you get to maybe gold, platinum level, that's when it may not help as much. But it helps to some extent anyway. But look, we're excited to watch you guys. You both have one win under your belt for sure anyway, so that's the good news. And any last words before we head on to the match?
Sal?
Good luck. Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Alright, there you go. Alright, ladies, good luck. We got, the last
We're
three
gonna-
broadcasts has been, girl power, so we continue that streak.
We're gonna mute and deafen both of you, and we'll talk to you guys after the game.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, so turning off my camera, focus on these players. They're muted. And
Yeah, so KJ, you're gonna have to cast this
yeah,
solo.
I'm gonna
since-
be solo casting this, of course, but my prediction, which they can't hear, it really just depends on how much Miss Uber XL has been practicing. I really don't think she's played the amount of games as Plant Queen. So I favor Plant Queen 2-0 here. But if she has a special build that catches Plant Queen off guard, the way Protoss works, then I give her a chance to steal a game or two. So, what do you think? Do you agree, yes or no? I guess he's muted already. But anyway, we're loading up into the game, guys. I'm excited because this is our first match tonight. You guys are watching the Code B.
FSL Season 4.
Alrighty. So, in the top left, the Zerg player.
Plant Queen.
And her opponent, the Protoss player. Both of these ladies are from Virginia, by the way.
This is Uber XL.
Alright, so the best of three. This is Code B. Ladies started playing StarCraft recently. They're both very new to this, but they've gotten some coaching help and some practice with a lot of the FSL people. Double gateway opener. I'm pretty sure she didn't close herself out. Meanwhile, oh, early pool. This is a test. Can you handle early lings? So that's what she's gonna do. But the good news is for Miss Uber XL is she has these zealots. She should be making zealots. As long as she makes the zealots right off the bat from these things, it'll be fine, because she's not scouting, guys. She needs... Okay, she's making one. Beautiful. I love the fact also she has both of these pylons. Oh, she's gonna close. Even better. Well, I mean, she does eventually need to expand, but this makes sure she does not lose any workers. And she's got 2 zealots coming. However, because she closed completely, she won't be able to expand for a while. I guess it's okay if she hits like a 1 base timing. This is gonna get Charisma, aka Plant Queen, confused. She's like, what? You close clicked already? There's still 4 lings here, but there's 2 more zealots coming, so no worries on this. I'm sure she'll clean it up. Oh, she pulls the workers, but she doesn't need to. She's like, oh, you know what? I don't think she realized that she closed it. And she's attacking the, when she doesn't need to attack it. She's like, I need to get out there and help. But no, you don't need to. You don't need to, you're good. I think she realizes she's good right there. And she goes back to mining. That's kind of funny. You know, these are the things we take for granted, right? But you gotta realize these ladies are code B players. And, you know, she may not have realized there is no hole here, right? And she's even making a second. Oh, I think she's making that so she can destroy the other cyber. Yeah, that's why she's doing that, so she can open it up. So she made a mistake where she closed it, but I think that may be okay because she didn't lose any workers, right? Just zealots. I mean, she still has the worker lead. Look at that, 23-19. So yeah, so I think she'll destroy this cyber, but she needs to she's making zealots while she's doing that. She's making extra pylons because she got supply blocked. There you go. Now that this is done, you can research the warp gate there. She's still kind of making zealots. Just 4 now. Meanwhile, Plant Queen, she's got Roach Warren coming and she's droning. So this is good. Now she's taking the lead in workers. So good job there taking the lead. But you know, Plant Queen's gonna take an even bigger lead as this keeps going because she's mining from 2 bases. Meanwhile, this Uber XL is stuck on 1, and she's actually over mining here on the gas too. You guys can see that there's 5-3 displayed. But she needs to expand though. She needs to destroy. I thought she made this extra cyber so she can destroy this one and she can move out. But she hasn't done that, and she hasn't researched warp gate. So here's the thing. I think the early lings threw her off her game, right? So she would usually make warp gate, but now she probably totally forgot about it. Now she's getting Stargate, but what she's not realizing is she's gonna fall further and further behind because she needs to expand. She can't be on 1 base, that's for sure. While the Zerg has 3 for this long, right? Even 2. So she's trying to get out, but she just needs to destroy either the gateway or the cyber core here. And she should destroy the cyber core because she has 2. You don't need 2 of them unless you're... yeah, there you go. So she's attacking that now. It's gonna take a while. And a good scout here for Charisma, aka Plant Queen. She's gonna see Stargate tech and all that. Oh, and she's killing the wrong thing. Okay, there you go. She fixed it. She's actually researching something there by mistake. And she still hasn't researched Warp Gate. And she still has not made any Void Rays, Phoenix, Oracles, anything of this Stargate. So, definitely, look, with the newer players, once you throw them off, you know, they have a game plan in their head. They're like, okay, I'm going to research this, I'm going to do this, this, and that. But she kind of got thrown off, and she forgot about it. So, and now she's probably just there you go. So now she's gonna go through her motions, which is expand. Meanwhile, Plant Queen's probably like, dude, I'm getting all in. I am getting all in. Oh my gosh. And she's teching up to Hydra Den now. But actually, everything is just super delayed because of the links, you know, causing problems in the beginning. So she's got double the workers now. So this is not looking good for Uber XL. The longer this goes, the less likely she's gonna win this game because of pure mathematics, right? More units, more mining, more money, more upgrades. Because well, actually, let's look at the upgrades. No upgrades just yet, just speed upgrade for the Zerg. Speedling upgrade for the Zerg. Oh, there you go. There's an upgrade for the Hydra. I think that's the range attack upgrade. This Uber XL is finally going to be mining her second base soon. The Void Ray is coming out. But right now, everything's in for a load. She finally figures out she needs to get the Warp Gate research. So she forgot about all that. So everything got thrown off for her. Meanwhile, very good macro here for Plant Queen. So you already got Hydras coming. This is going to be nearly impossible to beat with the numbers, right? Just the numbers alone. I think the only way you beat a Zerg at this level where they're fully saturated on 3 bases. Got Hydra Ling, even got Observer, Overseer, so there's no DT shenanigans. I think the only way you beat this is with some some harassment with the Prism drop with charge lots at 2 different spots. Make her split up her units and mishandle that and lose too many workers. I think that's the only way you come back. You can't come back by brute forcing here, right? Or if she maybe gets a lot of Colossus. She has none of that. She's getting Void Rays, which, you know, aren't really that good. She has to go like right now, but even right now, I don't even think she'll win right now. She doesn't have charge. And she'll single file in there. She has to go. Oh, she is getting the upgrade now, +1, but she needs to get going. She's caught up a little bit in the workers, but this is a big worker lead for Plant Queen. She even has her. Look, she's gone through the basics of how to play Zerg, which is what? Macro. Get creep tumors out. Go with your progression. The easiest way to play Zerg is what? Lings to Roach to Hydra, right? I think that's the easiest way and safest way because they're buffy. You know, they're strong units. Got 6 gases to work from. She's gonna get Lair eventually. She's got the Hydra speed coming. Uber XL is now taking her 3rd base, and Plant Queen is going to scout. She's like, okay, why haven't you attacked me? I know you expanded, but what are you doing?
The minerals have up and gone.
And she's gonna send one of the Lings and sees that and says, oh, okay. So what's gonna happen with Plant Queen? She's doing her, she's got double upgrades going on the Evolution Chamber. And she's taking a 4th base. There you go. She's doing the right things. But when you're playing against Zerg, you need area of effect damage. Psy Storm. Colossus. Those death rays that they shoot at, right? Disruptors. Those are the area of effect damage you can do, or even Archons. Technically area of effect. Area of effect. Look at that. She's prioritizing gas. Plant Queen looking good. She got 3,000 plus in the bank. At this level, they're just not quite sure when to attack. Oh, and look at this. She's making Tempest. I don't think she knows what they do specifically, but she's just kind of adding them. She's getting the upgrade, but the one key upgrade she's missing is charge, which she doesn't even have a Twilight. She usually, I think she, I don't know. Anyway, this is a Cyan coaching moment. I'm sure they can look at the VOD to review and study, but you can see Plant Queen posturing on the top, getting ready. Going to send some Lings to attack. That's going to do a lot of damage. The units are late to respond. She's actually warping in, but she's not sending them. So, I'm not quite sure. Let's go see what's going on her point of view. There, she finally sends it. But here's the problem. The gigantic army of Zerg is now coming on the top side. She's going to clean up the bottom left, but the big army on the right will wipe out her 2nd base. She's now going to try to save it. And she's choked up. Oh, she actually, I think her army was decent enough to fight, but she's choked up, man. Look at this. Even though she's choked up, her army... But then the Zerg Swarm is here with a full, I would say, 270 surround. And she just forgot all the, the normal stuff, right? The Warp Gate, the charge, etc. Because she got really distracted by the early Lings. Well, you know what? The good news here is she can have coaching from Cyan in between games. Not during the games, but in between games. So I'm sure she can adjust because game 1 is most definitely going to go. Most definitely gonna go towards Plant Queen here. At any moment now, she's gonna GG. And and you know, you can see the stream of Zerg to finish the job. No hope here. And she's GGing out. Game 1. Goes to Plant Queen. Alright, we got some coaching session going on above. I think all she has to do is focus on her build, guys, and get going with it, you know? She got distracted by the Lings and threw her off completely. So, let's see the adjustment in game 2. I like the, you know, Zerg's doing that 13 pool, 12 pool, 14 pool. That's a good way to kind of test the opponent. And it's like a pop quiz in school, right? And you got a pop quiz and you never actually studied. You're kind of like, uh-oh, right? So you know, it throws you off, and then it may set you up for a bad semester or quarter or whatever it is, right? It's kind of like that. You pop quiz, boom, you don't do well, everything's thrown off. That's what happened with the Ling. She usually would do the expansion. The other thing that threw her off, what I noticed was she accidentally I thought she did it on purpose, but she accidentally closed her wall. She walled up completely. She didn't realize it, and it took her a long time to kind of break through that wall and expand. So it's a race, guys, right? StarCraft 2 is like a race where you kind of mass up. You know, who gets the most money to bring out the most units out. That's basically what that is. And because she stumbled off her racing blocks, right, the sprinting blocks, you know, she fell behind, and it just got worse and worse because she couldn't expand. And the opponent, Plant Queen, was mining, you know, double the resources, eventually triple, and then quadruple. Well, probably not quadruple, but she was able to expand, right? But it took a long time. So because of that, yeah, that's what I thought. She got confused when she walled herself in by mistake. So walling, that's a constant struggle. That happens, guys, for a while with Protoss. Anyway, we are loading now into game 2, guys. You're watching Code B. So Code B for this FSL.
FSL Season 4.
Alright. With a 1-0 lead, the Zerg player,
Plant Queen.
alright, guys. And the Protoss player in the bottom left, she is.
This is Uber XL.
Alright, guys, these ladies are duking it out here in this map. It's called Jagannatha. Now, Miss Uber XL, just be ready for the you know, the pool first build. But it looks like she's not gonna pool first this time. She's actually gonna hatch first. So this will work out better for Miss Uber XL. Don't have to worry about that. But she might have PTSD from early Lings, so we'll see how she reacts. But honestly, if you're not getting pool first, it's much better for you regardless, even though you had experience. Yeah, you know, part of playing Protoss is, the big part of it in the beginning is how to make a wall, because you need that against Zerg. And yes, I've done the thing too, Counterfeit Penny, where I block my Nexus, and that's GG. You block your Nexus with a pylon? Oh man. Yeah, exactly. This is the very classic matchup. Something you have to... people have dealt with since 1998 when StarCraft 1 first came out, which is dealing with early Lings. You know, if you guys remember, people figured out you can 6-pool, which is basically don't do anything except earn enough money to make a spawning pool, and then once that's done, make Lings. And that means the Lings show up so fast. Anyway, here, Uber XL, much better wall, and even triple triple pylon, so she won't be supply blocked as much as the last time. Last time she was stuck at 31 supply. Now look, she's 39, so that should be much better for her. She's forgetting her gas though. She needs to get that. She's making a lot of lings. Actually, this is kind of cool. If she makes a lot of lings and just goes, that may make Plant Queen, you know, overreact. She's finally getting her gases. She's safe from any ling shenanigans. Yeah, definitely StarCraft 1 players had it rough because they didn't get as many workers. You know, they start with 6. And then in StarCraft 2, you started with what, 8 or something? And then it became 12. So in StarCraft 2, things get going so much faster because you have more workers right off the bat. So you can tech up faster. Things happen in an instant. That's the difference between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. In StarCraft 2, you know, all of a sudden you lose the game because there's a gazillion units. You know, things just get going fast. It's like coefficient. Oh, well, I thought she blocked herself. It's like coefficients in mathematics, right? In StarCraft 1, man, StarCraft 2 is like exponential, and StarCraft 1 is like arithmetic math, just adding. You know, you have plenty of time in StarCraft 1. It's mostly about skirmishes, in my opinion, and who can produce the most, and mechanics and things like that. In StarCraft 2, it's mechanics, but it's other things. Where things just explode and you end up losing the game because they snowball so fast. Anyway, much better game here for Uber XL. Charisma, aka Plant Queen, has taken the worker lead. She got Roach Tech, and she's getting her 3rd base. And Warp Gate is already happening. Wait, I thought it started with six workers. I thought it was 6, not 4. But anyway, well, you know, the point stands. It's 12 workers now in StarCraft 2, which is a hell of a lot, right? When I first switched from Legacy of the from Heart of the Swarm to Legacy of the Void, when they made that switch, man, it was so weird. Things happened so fast. The timings were all off. In StarCraft 2 and 1, there's plenty of time to talk about other things while the game is still progressing, where both workers are you know, where both players are focusing on making workers. In StarCraft 2, boom, things happen so fast. Anyway, guys, we do have a StarCraft 1 Brood War tournament for Korean pros this Saturday, so you guys should check that out. It's on the Sidestorm Trovo channel. Right now we're here on FSL, which is casual, a casual tournament, and these are the casual ladies playing right now. We're on code B, not code A, code B. After this, we'll have the 2v2 match, and then code S to end the night. That's our broadcast schedule tonight. So it's pretty passive game. It's been 6 minutes almost, and not a whole lot of action in game 2 here. Miss Uber XL, much better game, although Zerg is in the lead to the 3rd base and her usual tech. And there you go, there's the Hydralisk then. But this time though, Charge Slot's being researched. And double Stargate, interesting. But you know, Charge Slot being researched is a big deal. Remember the fight earlier when she got stuck in her choke? She could have had a much better fight. Imagine that with the Zealots, and imagine that with her full brunt of mining and production and army, right? So the fight here should go a lot better. Whether or not she wins is a different story, but there's a Overseer ready to scout for Plant Queen, aka Charisma, which is a very good way of doing things rather than spending money on Overlord speed. Hey, you might as well make an Overseer, drop a Changeling, and then move around. No, Hydras are coming, maybe? Yeah, she's research. She's even adding a spine here for safety. Charisma can't see anything. No, I can't see the army. He does know about the tech. Oh, only one of the Stargates she knows about. And look at that, +1 being researched for air, but she stopped making, you know, air units, so it's kind of negates the purpose. But anyway, there is a changeling dropped by Plant Queen who's gonna scout. Oh, okay, that's your army. Cool. Hi guys. Don't mind me, I'm one of you. What's happening here? You know, look at that. Minute 5. And then they still haven't noticed that I'm not one of them. Well, it's not technically minute 5, but... And more Void Rays coming. Hydras are here though. There's a chance she could actually pull this off. If she has enough Void Rays and all these charge slots and just goes. She has a good chance to it, because you know that's Protoss power. If you play Zerg and then you see these games, it happens to you once in a while where charge slots just run you over. You're like, what? Or you see Void Rays and then you make Hydras, but then they have a little bit of charge slots and they run you over. That can totally happen here. There's 3 Void Rays already and charge slots done. She's getting +1, looking good, and she's even taking a third base. We might be in for a much better game here for game 2. But she needs to attack altogether. Keep that in mind. We saw her reaction was pretty late when her third was being attacked. We'll see what happens here. Plant Queen's already making the move. Right? See what they're looking at. Look at how focused they are. Anyway, the move is here. It's happening now. Here it is. She's gonna kill that base. Let's see the reaction. The attack is happening. You may have to F2. You know, I don't mind F2, guys. See, I don't think she's gonna cancel that in time. There's a lot to do. But there's the attack. The brunt of the Protoss power pushes the Zerg back. But she stopped. Okay, she should pursue. She should keep pursuing. And she should keep warping in. There's another set of units here. Looks like Zerg is going to try to fight this. Not together. I don't think she has enough now. She needs the charge slots. These stalkers are very weak. And now she's going to get surrounded. Oh, man. This is where you... She did push it back, but she lost her main army. And you know how that happens when you're Protoss. You lose your main army, it's much harder for you to rebuild it. Now that might scare Plant Queen a little bit. She probably like, oh no, that was scary. But now she's ahead. She should know she can punish. The counter attack here should be deadly. She still has she has 3 overseers, so you can't pull the I got DTs trick, right? Unless she has Colossi, which she doesn't. I think this is a continuous thing. Hydras aren't really that good with that many Void Rays. I mean, with the... I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Void Rays are not very good with this many Hydras. The one Hydra should be pretty easy to wipe out, as you can see, and that's really should do it. So, much better second game for Miss Uber XL, but unfortunately, you still need that area of effect damage. Colossi, Storm, or Archons, or Disruptors, right? And so... Plant Queen is gonna go 2-0. And there you go. Power of the macro. Alright, so let's chat with our players. Let me come back in here. What's up, guys? Let's start with you. Miss Uber XL, much better game 2. Game 1, I heard you got locked out.
Oh my god.
You know, that happens. I figured it was one of the two. I was like, she got thrown off by the Lings. She locked herself out. Those two things really threw you off.
I thought that I had a little bit of space, and then I didn't, and I've never done that before. So then I was like, how the heck do I get rid of this? Like, there was no escape button, so I couldn't figure it out. And then I was like, all right, attack it. I
It's
don't
the
know.
first time you encounter being locked out, right? It's kind of
Yeah,
like
yep.
leaving your keys in the car, and you're like, "Oh no, how do I get back in?" All right, well,
Yep.
that has to happen to you eventually, and that happened there because it kind of, the links kind of threw you in for a panic mode, right? Game 2 was a much better game for you. We could tell that. However, you were just missing the the area of effect damage, which you kind of need against Zerg, right? Which is Colossi Storm or whatever, unless you go for a really quick hit. But I think you improved a lot from game 1 to 2, probably because of that mistake, right? What are your thoughts on your game 2 match? I know you didn't win, but it felt a lot better, didn't it? What do you think?
It was a lot better. But that's typical how I still don't know the Zerg that well to know. Like, I'm picking up a little bitty pieces at a time to figure out how to fight against them.
Yep. Well, I'm sure Cyan can give you some practice and things. You can probably play Zerg and just kind of go through it with you, or you can play with Kitty Cat Gamer. So, but yeah, it was good seeing you again. It's good to see how you improved from game to game, match to match. Any final thoughts?
Congratulations.
There you go. All right, so let's talk with Plant Queen. Very impressive mechanics. Spreading the creep, injecting, progressing from Lings to Roach to Hydra, doing the upgrades, right? And one thing I really love is you walk around with your army and you always have an overseer with you. None of the pesky DTs or even observer. Is that why you do it? Why do you have that? Because I see pros, they don't even do that sometimes.
My worst used to be my worst race to play against was Zerg. I mean, it pretty much is, but I don't like playing with Terrans, which luckily in my league there's no Terran, but I usually don't like playing against a Zerg. So, but I've taken Overseer just because I see other people do it, and I'm afraid of, with hiding underneath, and so when I play a Zerg, I bring it along every time. Sometimes we'll bring like 4 or 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a good habit that I don't see a whole lot of players do, so nice job. Even Dark Menace, I give him a hard time when I don't see him have an Overseer. You always bring an Overseer with your army because you can snipe all kinds of things. So, nice job, and congrats on the win, and we'll see you on the next one. Any last words for you?
No, you'll see me soon. I played like three more games right after the other, so thank you.
Got it. Cool. Alright, so it's good chatting with you guys, and we'll see you guys on your next games. Alright, Seth, who do we got for the next match? Let's bring him
We
in.
have our 2v2 game.
Oh, a 2v2 game. That's right. Let's go take a look at that.
But we can chat with our players here. Let me bring them up.
Let me see. Let's show you guys the next. I think they already did their map selections, so that would be 2v2, Tortoise and Hare and Predators, guys. So let us see. I'll load up their. Let us show that really quick. Okay, you guys can see. There you go. They've already chosen the maps. They're already in the game. Let's see if they can chat with them.
Yeah, let me bring them up. Let's chat with our players.
Yeah, while he's setting that up, it's Heavy Artillery for Game 1, Arctic Dream for Game 2, and Roscallion for Game 3 if we get that. So, let's chat with the players. I love the 2v2 part of this tournament. I'm glad we have this because it's a lot of fun seeing the teamwork stuff.
Makes the dream work.
There you go. All right. Let's chat with the players. We got War Bunnies, aka Bun Bun, on the top left. How you feeling?
Good. We're a little bit more set up today. No toddlers in the background, so
Gotcha.
hoping little bit better than we came out last time.
That's not good. I need the kids to come in.
Yeah, and I saw Lucky Tiger shaking his head. He wants the advantage of distraction for you guys. Because, Cyan and Lucky Tiger, they're looking for their first win. Can they take it against you guys? You guys are contenders, so it's going to be tough. Cyan, I'm gonna ask you, man. How much have you practiced? Because every time I talk to you, you say you haven't practiced or you haven't practiced with Lucky Tiger. You guys can't just wing it. These are the tough guys. What do you think?
We did practice some this week. We got quite a few games in, and I've been doing a little bit more team games as well, 4v4 wise and stuff like that. So I've been working on some builds to help us out to get past the early stages of the game.
Nice. All right, so at least you're actually giving this, your best shot, right? You can only do so much, right? And you certainly required to at least prepare for your opponent. Let's talk to Hyper Turtle.
All right.
I know you love team games. I see you guys every time I see you on my friends list. I see you're in a team game, right?
Yep.
So you've
Almost
seen it
got
all.
the Reaver portrait unlocked now.
You've seen it all, basically, right? What are your thoughts on this? Look, they're both Protosses, so it's only one race to worry about. What do you guys? What are your thoughts on this matchup? Do they stand a chance?
I never put it past anyone to do something that just throws their opponent off. So if I play against them like they don't stand a chance, then they'll stand a lot more of a chance. So we're taking everyone seriously.
There you go. That's how you're doing it, guys. All right. Seth, any questions for these four?
No. I think I'm interested to see how prepared they are and see the results. So.
Right. You can prepare all you want. It's all about execution. Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck. And we'll talk to you guys. Go to your respective channels, and we'll talk to you guys after the match.
Alright, guys. So, we won't have the cameras. We haven't solved that problem in 4 seasons. But eventually, we'll do that probably in Season 5. But right now, the 3 maps we'll see... Obviously, we'll see 2 no matter what. But if we see a 3rd one, the last one is for Scallion. That's a very popular map. The rest are pretty normal. Honestly, the maps is all about who is... are they separate or not? That's really all I care about in the maps. For 2v2, right?
Yeah, and Game 2 is the one that they are separate. So we will definitely see that map. But I'm just trying to get Lucky Tiger to join the lobby here.
Well, welcome to the chat, guys. Gosu Mihao, good seeing you.
Alright. Let's do this.
Alright, we're gonna load to the game. What's your prediction on this?
Well, it's like what you said. Tortoise and Hare are heavy favorites. I think if individually still they have an advantage, but then you put in the synergy between the two of them.
Yeah,
that makes it even
synergy.
worse.
It's gonna be a clean 2-0 is my guess, and we'll see what really happens, guys. Welcome to the first game. We're loading up now. You guys are watching the 2v2 portion of
FSL Season 4.
Alright, we'll start with the introduction, Seth.
Alright, on the bottom left corner of heavy artillery, let's introduce our red Protoss. He is
Hyper Turtle.
Oh, I got it backwards. I was looking at the other thing. Well,
alright.
Well, it's okay. Let's go to the Protoss now. That was the Zerg.
Yeah. The red Protoss.
War Bunny.
In War Bunny's intro, he has both of them on there anyway. And,
their team name is
Tortoise and Hare.
Alright. Go ahead. You do the other one too.
On the top right, the orange Protoss.
Lucky Tiger.
And his teammate, the blue Protoss.
Cyan.
And both Protoss as an Archon combined, they're called
Predators.
We chose the 2 muzzle-bound guys, right? That's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers.
from the movie.
The movie Predators, exactly. So, which you know, the youngins don't know that movie. Oh, look at
All right,
that.
so what do we have here?
Yeah,
So
have a
they,
wall.
they decide to wall the front, which is good because then you can freely expand.
Yep.
There's no cheese involved by either side. So as long as they get to expand freely, the Protosses, I think they'll be in good shape. But neither of the Protosses have expanded here, so they're gonna fall behind quickly.
Yeah, they need to expand soon.
Yeah, because on the other side, Tortoise and Hare, they each took their expansion, the Protoss and their back expansion there.
And you know, look, Hyper Turtle's scouting with the drone, so he's
Yeah.
seeing it all. And he sees, what's taking you guys so long to expand, right?
So a Stargate for both blue and red Protosses, but yeah, there's the expansion for blue, for Cyan, so that's good to see. Now let's see if Lucky Tiger takes his expansion, but he's just making a Twilight and Forge early. I'm guessing he wants to put some cannons in their front wall.
You know, maybe Cyan told him, "Hey, dude, can you
put some cannons up there?" But
I love this though. Hyper Turtle left the drone here to see.
yeah, he's gonna see that the expansion is very late.
Yep.
Right.
It's so late. It's almost the same time as Hyper Turtle's third, which.
Yeah, a quick oracle here for Cyan. So let's see if he sends it across as soon as possible. Oh, that's a good scout there by Lucky Tiger.
Yep.
All right, let's see how many probes this can kill. Now a void ray is coming out though, so let's see if it's in position. Right, typically they'll send it up ahead, in the front.
There's a void ray already here, and War Bunnies is.
And he's actually leaving it there, so that's a perfect spot to defend this.
Yeah. Leaving it there. Don't rally anywhere, so I don't know if he just hasn't gotten a chance to move it, which works out for him. But there's a cannon there already anyway.
Yeah, but you know what? He's gonna go to the expansion, which is... Oh, no, he's not.
No.
He turned it on, so he's gonna have to commit.
Well,
he turns on his beam. Gets 2, 3,
4, not bad.
5.
Oh, but he's gonna lose it.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not bad. He got 5.
5, considering there were 2 cannons and a void ray there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yep. So with Lucky Tiger's late expansion and you know, he's producing probes now, but with that very late expansion, he's falling really far behind here.
Yeah.
There's a third by the Zerg.
Yeah, you gotta expand unless you're all-inning. Like, this is way too late. It's numbers game here.
Alright, but he is going DT Shrine. And doesn't look like they have a Robo on the other side.
But there's a Spore.
Alright, so there's a Spore, but
One
he can... Yeah, they can take out this forward third.
They should.
Because Hyper Turtle decided to take the forward third to give War Bunnies his easy third.
The only thing is, though, is Cyan, over the games we've seen, is the one that's hesitant to make a move. Right? I don't think it's in his nature to, let's go attack and force something. Right? So
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. I just see them just kind of like chilling and doing their thing and then getting run over. You know, that's the problem. They really need a game plan. Well, look at this spray. Cool spray.
Yeah, it's a Kerrigan heart icon.
How do you get that? I want that. That's a cool spray. You probably have to play a lot of games or something. Never mind.
So I think what Like a Tiger is gonna do here is gonna have a Warp Prism and harass with BTs in their main and just ferry them around. I think he had good success last game with it, and he microed pretty well. The only problem in the last game was that they got overrun on the other side. But let's see, he's sending it across.
He's gonna run into the Zerg base.
Yep, BT Shrine is done though, so he can warp in anytime. There's nothing there that shoots up, so I think that Warp Prism is safe. They're Hydras now. He needs to get out of there. Oh no, he's gonna lose it. All right, that was really close. 18 hit
just
points.
in time.
but he's gonna warp in here.
Oh,
there is an
this is
overseer
good.
there already.
Oh, there's an overseer already. Never mind.
Yeah,
It's
this is
a bit
unfortunate
late.
because he's gonna lose all of these DTs really quickly.
Yeah. But he's gonna try the other side. But there's 4 Void Rays. Hello.
Yeah, so this is coordination by Tortoise and Hare. They do that very well, and I'm sure when when they saw the Warp
Yeah,
Prism.
you're right. Because on the other side, look, you know, Lucky Tiger is doing stuff, but it should be nice if one other side does something too, or he's teching. But I guess he's teching, so. But it's not as effective when we see games where it's just one guy's doing the action, the other one's not really complementing it.
So that's the thing, right? If Lucky Tiger was going to be harassing, and they talked about it, during that time he can poke in the front, right? So when they're busy with the harass, he can get something done.
Yeah.
But then he can always back out, right?
Yeah.
But just by merely staying there, Lucky Tiger loses his War Prism and the 4 DTs for nothing. Right?
Yes, staying there and being spotted that early, both of them dealt with it.
Yes.
So it was totally wiped out, right? So anyway, Hyper Turtle scouting here. 3 bases for the Protoss Cyan, which is good. However,
so
there's already 3 bases for the Protoss War Bunnies, and 4 bases now for the Zerg. So
yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be they're going Colossus Air here for Predators, but there's no air yet. So yeah, so this is what I don't like this, right? If you look at the blue Protoss base, Science base, he invested in 2 Stargates. But then he made and then he made 2 Robos. In team games, this is when you start min-maxing, right? Where you really devote yourself to attack, and so that tech that you devote.
What is this? Lucky Tiger's attacking by himself?
But he's gonna get some work done
mean,
here a
it's
little
good,
bit.
but imagine if the rest of these guys go.
Yeah, so they're playing
Oh,
1v2 v1.
Are these guys talking? I don't think they're talking.
Yeah.
Look, Science like doing the exact opposite, which is like, I'm gonna keep expanding. Oh, you're attacking? Cool, bro. So I don't think they're talking, man.
I would have preferred him to just. Alright. Yeah, I prefer him to just devote himself on either Colossus or Air.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
right?
exactly. You can't have both things.
Because even if you don't make all Colossus, because you don't really need 10 Colossi, right? Yeah. But if you make 4 to 6 Colossus and the rest you can start making either Disruptors or Immortals, you yourself will rule the ground, right?
Yeah. Well,
but
one
then
good thing though is Science supply is huge. He's been left alone this game. He's got a huge supply, so that's one good thing. But they're gonna need Storm, man. I don't see how you can play against unless you have a ton of Colossi, right?
Yeah, the Colossus. Oh, there's only 2. There's a third one coming out. Yeah, there's there's a 4th one actually. So 4 is good, at least. Good. But Lucky Tiger is far behind. He's only started making his air comp, but he's trying to sneak in a hidden gold base there in the 12 o'clock location here by Lucky Tiger. So maybe
sneaking in is okay. At their level, sneak in something.
But there's the Air Armada.
Oh no! Once you see that, you're like, oh man, they have carriers. And
no,
look,
don't throw these zealots away.
Why is he sending these zealots by himself?
All right, so this is. Yeah, we're gonna need to talk to them about this.
We're gonna check because they are not talking. They're like.
So, I think this is Lucky Tiger's game style in 1v1. Where he likes to harass with the zealots and then try to harass somewhere else, right?
Look at his
but you can't do that in team games.
You gotta play together. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta. So, there's no Storm yet. Might as well morph them to Archons right now.
He has detection.
Oh no! There's no detection.
The Biles, you're running into Lurker Fire. The carriers are here. It's a massacre, guys.
Yeah, so there's no observers on the map.
There's no.
I mean, he did have 2 Robos, but
they have
no.
Robos, but they completely forgot. It's just not looking good.
Alright, so they really need to talk to each other in these games.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. Just, hey, look, dude, you guys attack together or stay back together. That's really the number one thing they should do. And then the other thing is, like you said, right? Complement each other's forces.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's too powerful. This, you know, we knew that they were kind of mismatched here, but that's just the way it is. You know, you're going to be even more mismatched just by, anyway, it doesn't matter. The winner. Hey, thanks for the host. I think that must be appreciated for the raid of 27. Welcome, guys. This is 2v2 match of FSL. We have 1v1 and 2v2. And we're getting into the game 2 now. Between Predators, not that you guys know who these teams are, and Tortoise and Hare. So, mostly thanks for the raid. So, welcome to FSL, guys. This is a casual league. We're on the 2v2 portion. Game 2 is about to start up. That would be on Arctic Dream. And we're loading into the game now. You know, Predators did not look good in that last game. I don't see much hope for them because they, you know, it's like...
Yeah. So, I would think that, you know, with this specific map, it'd probably just be best to just do a cheese all-in because they're separate. Mm-hmm. Right? Even if you just do an all-in, just make your gateways across the map.
Yep. And
then just overrun somebody and take your chances that way. Because right now...
Have to do that. They can't do the same old. Alright, we're loading into the game now. Once again, thanks for joining us. This is the 2v2 portion.
FSL Season 4.
Alright, the introductions. The bottom left, he's the captain. And they need to communicate more. Starting with him.
Cyan.
And his teammate, the other Protoss player,
Lucky Tiger.
And together they are called
Predators.
One of my favorite movies from the 80s. And go ahead, Seth.
Alright, on the top left corner of Arctic Dream, the purple Zerg, he is.
Oh.
And his teammate, the red Protoss,
Hyper Turtle.
Their team is up 1-0, is doing well this season. They're called
Tortoise and Hare.
Alright, guys. What's happening?
Alright, so Hyper Turtle decides to take his front expansion instead of the safe back one. And I think that might be a good idea so that they can just do a common defense in the front. If Lucky Tiger decides to make a lot of charge slots again and just attacks one, he might fare better since they're separated. Right? He opened up with 2 gateways.
Yeah.
So now
you have a
that
free expansion in the back. You might as well expand though, regardless.
Yeah. But the thing is, those 2 gateways and the 2 zealots early, this is gonna delay his expansion. Actually, both of them. They haven't even expanded yet. Red is about to take his expansion, so War Bunnies is dropping it now. So, like I said, if I was in their shoes right now, seeing how their previous games have gone, especially game number 1 in this match, I'd just do a cheese and pick on one guy, right? And then knock him out. So, but there's a cheese involved. There is a forward pylon by Cyan. Double gateway. Ooh, so there's gonna be stalkers. As long as they move together,
yeah,
right?
They just gotta attack.
They just gotta attack. So, I wonder what that pylon is there for. Is it gonna drop a gateway?
Proxy
Right,
is
so
good. Why not?
proxy gateway, so you can, speed up your warp-ins. But links are going across the map. But good thing for Predators is they do have units already.
Oh, there's a gateway. Beautiful. You know what? This is a perfect map for this kind of thing because they have a secret base in the back that the opponent don't know if you expanded or not. If you're all ending off one base, they might as well one base, 4-gate, double 4-gate. Honestly, that's their best chance.
So I think if they wipe out these early Ling attack and they go across the map, they have a really good chance here.
Oh, yeah.
And so
an A move thing, man.
yeah. So let's see. Lucky Tiger's probe is actually gonna get scouted, and the Lynx are heading back to deal with it.
Yeah, he's getting charged. Adding more
so here it is.
gateways. Beautiful.
So this is a classic example here. Cyan is moving out, right? But Lucky Tiger is not. His zealots are still back there. This is when you need to talk. You need to send them. You need to tell them.
Going. Yeah, they gotta go. They're not doing it together. That's teamwork 101. You gotta go, guys.
So I don't know. He's waiting for charge slot for them to move faster, but you need to start moving them now. And they're just gonna get over.
He's just
there we
now
go.
moving.
All right. So there's at least enough units here for Cyan.
Yeah, he saved that proxy point. He needed that proxy point.
Yeah. So Lucky Tiger has his forward pylon as well.
Oh, why is he attacking?
No, actually don't. But no, you need to take care of the Zerg first.
Oh, he's going by himself.
So this is the
Zealot is late.
Yeah, if Lucky Tiger Zealots were there, that would have been an easy wiping out of the Zerg units there. But
yeah,
see, look, they're getting surrounded.
Lucky Tiger doesn't have a gateway, so the warpings are slow. But
yeah,
he will have. I think they might have enough stalkers here.
Yeah, they do have enough stalkers. Gonna push it away. Banelings are being made.
Together.
But you know what? They're together, right? This is a good. This is a good
there
sign.
you go. There's the gateway. Which
the gateway got sniped real quick. They need to move.
Man. Yeah,
Alright, they're gonna get that one void right there. So they're trading very favorably here. I think this can snowball. They just keep making units.
Yep, they can do it. They just gotta keep warping in. Charge lot is done. You know, Lucky Tiger has 5 gateways. No problem there. There's a lot of Lings though. And he's backing off. And then there's more Zealots coming in.
More Zealots.
Don't
void
fight
rays
where
are
the
being
cannon
picked up.
is. And you'll be fine. More warpins here. Very slow warpins. Lucky Tiger will add a gateway.
Hey, this actually snowball here. Don't chase the queen. Alright.
No, that's okay. Just stay put here, and then you can go up the Zerg ramp. Because, you know, the other Protoss only has Void Rays. But they're gonna take care of the proxy point here. They need to go together. No, he's going forward.
But you know, I don't mind it. Right?
Okay, maybe he can hold this off. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. Good pressure here for Cyan. You know, the
micro.
The Lings are not enough, so he's pulling workers. This is looking good. The Void Rays are getting out of hand though on the proxy point. They may need to go together and defend this proxy point because it's being overrun. Cyan needs to go home.
They're not microing their forward force here.
Yeah, they need this base, and now they can't warp in there, so they're gonna have to warp in from far away. So they lose their proxy point. However, they may wipe out this base.
Yeah, but this was kind of inconsequential.
Yeah. But now the power of 2 versus 1 will come into play and reinforcement points. There's no reinforcement.
They don't have pylons here.
And they will forfeit these units. I don't see them getting out. They're gonna have to start over. But now the gig is up. Because look, the only thing is though, Lucky Tiger expanded and Cyan still has not. Yeah. So no hope here to continue this push. Not looking good for them. I think this is gonna start to snowball the other way. They had a chance.
They had a great chance.
All they had to do was keep going. Zerg was hurt. But now the counter is coming. Lots of Lings. He's not even guarding his wall. Cyan is not even guarding his wall.
They're flooding in.
Why is he not on his wall? Oh no! That was a big mistake.
Yeah, I think this is just
There's
well.
not- it's a lot much better game, but you know it's winnable.
Lucky Tiger's gonna come to help, right? So finally, this is when they started talking. They've started helping each other, right? But it's a little too late.
Yeah, now third base by War Bunnies. He's got a monstrous Void Ray army,
Yeah.
and look at the supply, guys. Very
Yeah,
low supply for both of them. So just from here on in, the odds of winning are getting lower and lower. Their best odds at one point was right here when they were there, ready to get going, but they didn't really attack together. But now that they've been pushed back, and you know, this team is now safe. They don't realize it, but the game is the outlook is dire.
Yeah, I mean the only way is first, for them to get Storm and then storm all of the Void Rays and you kill them all.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask with that many Void Rays. Oh, 6 Void Rays.
well, actually, he's transitioning to carriers now,
Oh,
so
once
even
the
there,
carriers get
that's
out, yeah, there you go. Much better game, but unfortunately, you and I can see everything. We got the hacks on. and we
they're
know
actually
it's
looking around for any hidden
secret
expansions,
base.
but
They don't need
You
to do
know?
hidden bases. They're perfectly fine taking what they can take next to their bases.
yep, Arctic Dream is an easy. Well, once you get your third, both of you can both defend it easily together. It's just the early game where you're both separated, and so in that regards, there's really no need to get hidden bases in this map that early.
Although hidden
Alright, so-
bases is good for the lower leagues, right? They can kind
Yeah.
of take it. All right, well, third base for Cyan. The next point where they have a better chance to win is when they're all 4 are maxed out. That's pretty much it, right?
The problem here is, Tortoise and Hare are gonna max out way faster, and then they're gonna move out.
Yeah,
and
they're
I
not gonna
think-
wait. It's not like they're gonna max out and just chill and hold on to their banks. They're gonna max out and move out, or max out, upgrade, do some trades, and that's the
Right,
thing,
so
right?
Storm is almost done here, and he already has some High Templars building energy for like a Tiger.
Yeah,
so-
I've never seen him use Storm though, so
Yeah, so let's see where he's at with Storm usage. Alright, so finally, this is when you have to branch out of your quadrant once you start thinking about the fourth, and that's what War Bunnies does. Right, he takes his fourth all the way around the 1 o'clock location. But yeah, looks really dire. Both of them are far behind in supply, far behind in workers. Even just unit comp right now, right? If you look at unit comp, we have roaches and ground units here for,
yeah, Zerg isn't that developed, but Protoss
but
on the
it's
other side
yeah,
is really
the
strong.
Protoss with the 3 carriers already, and they don't have answers for the carriers right now on the other side. I mean, does he have blink? Oh yeah, so they both have blink at least.
Honestly, even the Protoss can probably 2v1. Look how powerful his units are.
Well, if you storm the Void Race twice and you
guess.
wipe them out, then you can blink under these carriers. But that's too much to ask at this point.
Alright, we're waiting for the inevitable, guys. The attack that will end them. But
Ooh.
Hyper Turtle actually takes the gold.
Yeah, Lucky Tiger needs to take his third as well, but he does have the money, so might as well drop down the Nexus, but instead he opts to take 4 more gateways. Problem here is, gateway units are not gonna scale well against a red air armada, right? So this is really purely gateway comp for both Protosses.
But finally, they break the 100 supply barrier. Well, Lucky Tiger's barely not there yet, but...
Yeah.
Okay. Look, Hyper Turtle is just mining.
with the gold
But
as
here's
well.
the
So-
move. I think if they keep screwing around with mining and expanding, there's a chance. As long as they can fight separate from War Bunny's Sky
yeah,
Toss
I mean,
army.
because the Protoss side, the double Protoss, they do have AOE, right?
Yeah.
The Tortoise and Hare, they don't have AOE. And so if they land the perfect storms and they wipe out that army, you know what?
If they wipe
Anything
out
can
one,
happen.
yeah. If it's 2-on-2 attack together, not good. But if they attack 2-on-1, wipe out that, and then take on the singular army, there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yes, there's a chance. But we're
Very low
asking a
chance
lot.
there. All right, they're moving out. So he needs to be careful because if he gets stormed on his Void Race two or three times,
Ah,
Those-
the Zerg is going in too. The Zerg army is very weak though for this stage of the game. What has
that
he
is
been making?
correct.
What has he been making this whole time?
All right. So I think
Anyway.
this is a key point here in the game. Do they have detection?
No, so they'll take care of that. Oh, but
Oh,
attack is on
oh.
this side.
Ah, no. I thought the Archons were gonna be able to take out a lot of the Void Race, but they fell too quickly because they were funneled in that choke point.
Yeah, and the big fight here in the middle. I think Protoss
Oh,
can
there's a
win
good
this
storm.
fight.
But I'd save these storms for the air army.
Well, I think he just wants to win one fight first.
Well,
Once
they're
you
gonna win this one for sure. So let's see. The Protoss air is coming back. A good storm here would do wonders. Right here.
Oh, they're clumped up.
Storm!
Storm that guy, buddy.
Storm.
No storm, I guess.
No storm, I guess. All right. So, but that's about it.
That's gonna do it.
That's a good chance.
They had a
They had a
chance.
good
That's all you
chance
can
there.
ask. That's all you can ask. They were mismatched in this game, guys. And this is almost the finger of God, just kind of putting it,
Yeah, I mean,
throwing it across
six-
the map, and just kind of
6 supply short of. Well, there you go. They're now 199. So this is it. You would need parasitic bombs and yank each of those carriers one at a time.
parasitic plus fungals, and then
And fungal. Oh, and then
mind
neuro.
control. Neural control 3 the void rays maybe. That's gonna do it though.
So Lucky Tiger is hanging on because he does have DTs killing stuff across the map, but it doesn't
But he
matter.
realizes
There's
it's just not possible.
War bunnies.
War bunnies. And
Hyper turtle.
they win. Alright, so let's chat with these gentlemen. Bring him on for an interview.
They're all
There
on.
they are.
Well, my daughter isn't here. Here. Doggy. I got a doggy. Everybody loves doggies.
Alright, guys.
Where's Cyan?
Turning on his camera. There he is. Alright, guys.
Yeah.
We kind of expected this result, but game 2, legitimately, Cyan and Lucky Tiger had a chance. However,
They did.
However, they lost their proxy point and didn't kind of go together the first time and second time, but they still had a chance. So,
We barely found it in time, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
had a chance. But
That
you
was
know,
the turning point.
that's all you can ask. You can have a chance. The first game did not go well. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to give Cyan and Lucky Tiger a hard time here because we were watching game 1 and what was going on? Because Lucky Tiger was like, "Hey, I'm gonna send 20 zealots, whatever, see what happens." And then Cyan at home was just chilling, and I'm like, "Okay, what are they doing?" And then so and so will send another one. The other guy would just chill in the back. How come you guys never attack together? You gotta answer me that.
The first attack, I didn't even know that he sent that over
Oh,
there.
so it's your fault. I see, Lucky Tiger. You just went without talking to your captain.
No, well, it wasn't directly like that. It was, hey, they shot down my prism, and he was like, what? They got a base right there? I was like, yeah, they had the nerve to make it halfway up the map, like in front of my yard. So I was like, let me go set. The problem was I sent another set of zealots thinking it was going to do something. I thought it was a decent trade-off the first time, but yeah, the second set of zealots, just no, Curtis. That's when you should have just stayed back and be like, okay, we
Gotcha.
pinpoint where they're at.
All right, so I think we found the problem with their teamwork, Seth. The captain.
Oh, it's me. Oh,
The
oh.
captain. No. The captain is the captain. So sometimes he gives orders. Sometimes he doesn't get any info. So then they're really discombobulated, and they just work as two separate tentacles. You know, not really doing things together. So there you go. All right, that helps. But at least game 2, you guys looked like you were a team. Actually, you guys had a plan. You went in there. It didn't work out, but you guys legitimately could have won that. It was just a couple of decisions here or there. So that looks good, guys.
Yeah, with that second game, we did. I told him, I said, let's just do a double 4 gate. We'll put it up there. I told him to bring put a proxy up there with mine, and then just give me the unit control and let me handle everything after that and get charged behind it. That's why it looked like you were
one player, because you guys were one player. All right.
The only comment I had about that was when you guys started moving out, you guys needed to move out together because the stalkers were by themselves fighting against lings, and Lucky Tiger's 4 zealots were still in the base, right? If they walked together, I think they would have fared better against those slings, and I think that would have snowballed a lot better. But, those were small things. Otherwise, the teamwork was much better the second game. There was a chance, but, that happens.
Yep. But, hey, nice job improving from game 1 to game 2. Imagine if you're doing all the game 2s and all your previous games. I bet you wouldn't have lost those close games. So that's the good news, right? That's the good news about this. And you got tested with this team. This team is probably ranked 2nd in the league. So, they're a tough team. And we didn't expect you to steal the match. Maybe steal a game, and you guys almost did. So nice job. And congrats, Tortoise and Hare, showing your dominance again. We're gonna see you guys in the playoffs for sure. I'm sure you clinched the playoffs by now. Now you just gotta worry about how to defeat the consensus all favorite, right? So we'll see you guys on your next matches, and keep practicing.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys. And that'll lead us to the last game tonight, guys. Code S, our best players. And one of the most exciting ones, Instability, is hopping on. Facing against the random Frieden. Look, there's their map selections already done. You guys can see that. Let's bring him in for an interview.
Alright. So joining us are Instability and Frieden. I know Frieden might have stepped out real quick, but I would Instability first.
So Instability is on. See if she can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice. All right, and then Frieden's hopping on now too. Got his mic muted, but there you go. He's set now. All right, guys. Good seeing you. Before we get started asking about this, you guys been preparing for your match? Frieden, starting with you. Oh, you're muted.
So actually, no, I haven't been, and kind of by design, I think. In my previous match, I actually put a lot of effort into like practicing and watching replays and stuff like that, and then I felt like I did actually significantly worse. I was not doing a good job practicing. Kind of like second guessed myself a lot. I didn't commit. I didn't play my best, and I think a big part of that was kind of being shaky, like not relying on gut instinct to play the way I usually play. And so this time, I mean, I played some matches, but I think I'm not gonna overthink it. Just gonna play, just gonna have fun, and we'll go from there.
Sometimes that works great for some players and some opponents. So
yeah,
let's see how that works.
Or even if I lose, at least I'll enjoy it more.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it more than some sort of strict plan. Now let's talk to Instability. How has your practice been going, and how do you practice against a random?
Well, I just only have like one build order for every matchup, one or two.
There you go.
So, yeah.
So scout early and then see.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm just gonna do the gate scout like always.
Yeah, he's telling you already. She's telling you already, Frieden. Gate scout. All right.
You better watch out. Yeah.
That's right.
Doesn't really feel like very important though.
There you go. Okay. Well, we've seen you guys' progression throughout the season, right? I know you guys are trying to make the playoffs. You guys are within reach of the playoffs. This is a crucial win for whoever gets this to be in the playoffs. So, good luck to both of you. Any final words?
Good luck, have fun, and yeah, let's have some good matches.
There you go.
Good luck to you too.
Right. So we're gonna mute and deafen you guys, and leave the camera just for them. You guys saw their map selections. Oxide for game 1, Jagannatha game 2, and then the big map 2000 atmospheres if we get a game 3. And we're loading up now. You guys are watching the code S of this league we got.
FSL Season 4.
Alright. Go ahead, Seth.
Alright, on the bottom left corner of Oxide. Random, but spawning as Protoss, he is.
Freedom.
In the top right, she is your Protoss.
Instability.
Okay, well.
So this is the problem with the problem with having random, right? But in this map, Oxide, it's actually okay to wall there.
Yeah, it's fine here because
Yeah.
Protoss, you can do it against Zerg. Definitely against Terran, sure.
Yeah, it really helps with that ramp leading up to your natural. And is it me lagging?
Let's pause for a minute. Maybe we can pause.
Game paused.
And the ping looks okay. So let's see. Mine's okay. Server's okay. 89 for Sweden, not bad. Let's see if it's okay for hang tight, guys, while we sort this out. Little bit of a. Let's wait for it to settle down for instability.
Yeah, we lost instability on Discord. Oh, there, she's back. Okay. Yeah, I think she is going in and out in Discord.
She's back on Discord. She's back now. Oh, yeah, she is going in and out. Well, let's see what her ping is. You can type in her control. She may not know how to find out what the ping is. If you just do Control Alt Shift, Control Shift F, tell her to do that. She can see her ping. Tell her Control Shift F.
It's Control Alt F actually.
Oh, Control Alt F. Yeah, let's make sure she's okay before we get going, because this is very crucial. She's having internet issues. Yeah, she's lagging here too. You guys can see that here, right? So, we want a good game, so we want to wait until she's all settled.
Definitely. And there's no...
And it just started, so it's no big deal. The only thing is, this is random versus Protoss.
Yeah,
you kind of want to go resume from replay at this point.
Yeah, because I was gonna say is that Freedom's best race are, I think it's Zerg, but it's a close second.
Oh, she's at 7,500, so we're gonna have to ask her to probably read. So probably internet. Just wait for it to go down. Ask her if it goes down, the ping. So 7,500 is ridiculous, of course. There, she's reconnected on Discord and it's looking stable. Let's see, yeah, her disc is... It looks much better now. Sorry, hang tight, guys. We're sorting it out with her, helping her how to debug. 2,000. That's still high. Is she looking at the right thing? Tell her make sure his ping equals XXMS. Because she's never done that before, I don't think. So just make sure. Because her Discord looks good.
Yeah, her Discord looks like it's more steady now. So
Yeah, I think her internet has gotten a lot better now. I don't know if...
So 700.
Okay,
so
it's
dropping.
going down. Let's wait. Let's wait. It's playable once it... Look, she's in the middle, so she should get... Anything less than 150 is good. That's the goal, guys. 150 millisecond. So hang tight while we're doing that. We're helping her how to debug. If you guys have played StarCraft, you can do Control-Alt-F, and then on the top left you will see the ping. If you are playing in the same region as the opponent, it would be 100 or less for sure, right?
Yeah. Where is Instability located? Do you know?
She's in Texas area, I think.
Oh, maybe we should redo this in the Central or US West.
Yeah, we could do that because you know what? Breeden is on West also, so we can certainly redo that if that makes a difference. Maybe it's the server on this side because her internet looks okay now. Let's do that. Let's remake this and just resume from replay.
Well, let's see if you're okay to remake. Alright, that's fine for him. Let's just do a remake.
Okay, let's remake it and well, you mean like remake the game or reload from replay? Because it's not gonna take much. Always. Well, it's already done. It's already done.
Alright, let's make it again. We're doing Oxide.
Oh, she's in West Virginia, so you know it's.
Let's do Central.
Let's do Central. Yeah, that'll be right in the middle for them. Alright guys, we're waiting on that. We'll just... I think you should still resume from replay, because you can do that by the server, right?
No, I mean,
I guess it doesn't matter.
Breeden said it's
They can
okay. So.
Yeah, remake, so... Alright. Well, we won't get to see the PvP. Likely we won't, but, you know, we'll see. Maybe he still draws Protoss, so we'll Protoss versus Protoss again. So, remaking now. She's in West Virginia, so it doesn't matter, but user Central is what we're gonna do. Right in the middle. I don't know if that matters too much. Because the problem was, you know, the thing is, regardless if Freedom was in US West, he wasn't having any ping issues. You keep that in mind. So I think this is more just her internet is having some problem.
Yeah, her Discord right now is, I think, hung up.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's our internet's having issues. Unfortunately, remember guys, she's been fine all the previous games she's played on SC2.
Yeah, it's just been tonight, so...
It's just tonight, so let's just wait until... you know, we want good games, guys. We don't want games where they can't control the units, they move, and then they die. It just does not work. Especially if you're Zerg, you know, you're doing that, boom. You run all your Banelings, you die. Or you're Terran, you're trying to micro, avoiding the Banelings. Right? Or your Protoss, you miss that crucial storm. Right, I think they're both a little choppy now too.
Alright, so let's take a quick break here.
Alright guys, you know what we'll do? Let's take a break until this settle down. What we'll do is we'll show you guys the Sidestorm Esports Network YouTube channel. Just to let you guys know what that is a channel where we show the esports highlights. It's associated with Sidestorm. So if you guys can kind of watch that, maybe drop a subscribe. It's free on YouTube. Do us that favor while we redo this. We have them reconnect, right? We'll be back in a bit.
Hello and welcome back to the Sidestorm Esports Network. I'm your host, Chicken Man, here for your weekly esports results and highlights. This episode, we've got the final teams qualified for Worlds, the Overwatch League Season 4, and the ESL Pro League Season 14. So let's get into it. We have had many months with tons of league content to cover every week, but unfortunately that's coming to a close now as Worlds is just around the corner. We have the final qualified teams for the big event. Over in the Turkish Champions League, after resounding first place in the group stage, it was no surprise to see Galatasaray Esports winning the whole thing and claiming their spot at Worlds.
Esports fena oynamıyor gibi buraya mı arkada birlikleri? Son anda düşecek. Öncesinde yalnız Lee'sini aradan çıkarttılar. Jace de burada sıraya giriyor. Zergsting yine çok az bir can ama hayatta giyiyor. Şimdi Bollu ile birebir içerisinde ultiyle beraber çıkacak. Hayır. Nereye gidiyorsun dedi. Kozmik bağ attı ensesine. Galatasaray 2021 TBF'ye galibiyetle başlıyor.
In Brazil, the Campeonato Brasileiro finished up with the Red Canids taking down Rensga Esports in the finals.
Gigo vai pra frente, já acerta agora o Chiari, acertou também o Yuri por ali, pode ser eliminado, já utiliza o seu zona, ganha um pouco mais de espaço, já é eliminado. O Yuri cai logo na sequência, é GG, o fim de jogo vem se aproximando, a vitória é certa, a equipe da Red vem pro título, pra eles garantirem, Nexus exposto, e a Red Canids é campeão do CBLOL 2021! É isso aí.
In Japan, it was Detonation Focus Me crushing the finals 3-0 for the LJL's World Seed.
ヒールあったんですが、ソウル見えなかったですかね。そのようですね。さらにはスネア、またスティールがそれに合わせて突っ込んで次期乱流でなんとか守ろうとしているものの守れません。アリアにヘクステックアルティメイタム、ただゾネがありました。時間をしっかりと作って最後はエビのメガナーではちゃめちゃを逃すことなくエース獲得でトネーションをかすみ。
Edward Gaming took down FunPlus Phoenix in the finals of China's LPL for that qualification spot.
Possible. Scout trying to move on in. Tien jumps into the pit, but he's already gone down the Baron, taken by EDG, and they look for the fight as well. 2 and B will fall in the midst of enemies, and EDG push forward.
EDG go for the aggressive play. They find the pick. TPs are coming out
the flashes forwards again. He cannot be stopped now. The last ditch effort from FPX, but they're outnumbered. They don't have the damage. They are taken down.
And it's all done for FPX. EDG have done it. They've taken down the Phoenix.
And finally, the LCK had a regional finals to find their final 2 qualifying teams. Team 1 and Hanwha Life Esports both got the coveted spot at Worlds.
The game ends. Faker's gonna survive. Gumayusi will as well. And Willer's all alone up against Owner. He's trying to get resets, but down he will go. And now T1 might have just broken the game and taken it for themselves.
Yeah, there's an inhibitor turret down. They can just push mid here. Huge overextension, and that might just be how this best of 5 ends. As you say, 30 seconds on Chovy and Willer. Depth's up in 14. He's the one to get picked before it all. Morgan has to buy time here. There is a wave coming through for Hanwha Life Esports.
And Morgan on the Renekton.
See what he can do.
Trying to clear the wave. He has the Gore Drinker, and he will stay alive. And we got respawns coming in here, but
Vista just dies.
The call is to just take down the Nexus, and it looks like T1 will, in fact, secure the...
We're still not sure where the big tournament is going to be held at, but regardless, I'm confident it's going to be a fantastic event. There was one event this week as well that wasn't related to Worlds. The European Masters Summer continued working through their group stage this week.
Leon. That's going to be an ult pop by Taxa, though the rest of his team, the Realm Warp comes through. Rolf shot on the sideline, Phantomless now, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and gets bopped by the club from Taxa. Leon now will get caught out by the Cyclone, will eventually pop that Unbreakable Will, but it doesn't matter because the rest of his team is ready to follow up. It'll be a nice pickup for Madly, and honestly, it's playing with your food at this point if you're tricked.
That event will continue for the next couple weeks, which is good since we won't have much league content for a while. Let's move on now to what little Dota we have this week. The I-League finished up with Team Aster and Vici Gaming fighting it out in the finals.
That is the last clip that they have.
They say they are going to fight in the beach, they're going to fight in the fields, but the last thing they will do is to surrender in this game. But however, they can't stand the power, the item gap, and also the level gap between the two are just too much. And also Borax keep hooking people like a bitch. Oh my goodness, forcing them go back to the fountain. Oh, 11 just gonna fall back. Oh, dodge again, come on. I'm going to show you my fancy footwork, but however, you can't dodge from Sinister Gates, and it's a JJ call. Aster is your I-League 2021 Season 2 champion, beating Team Vichy Gaming in the Grand Finals 3-1.
Team Aster taking the 3-1 victory there. We also had the Dota 2 Champions League continue through its group stage.
Чтобы Марфа еще сильнее поддушить.
Ларинова очень скоро будет. Так, Тед Хантер запрыгивает, Рэвидж неплохо, Омника пытается убить первым, Омни Найт успевает подрубить Guardian Angel, и Морф отправляется в таверну без байбека, фокус Void Спирита. Void Spirit вроде бы уходит, но не уходит Свен, да и...
Not a very big week for Dota, but we're less than a month away from the biggest internationally yet, and with how much it's been pushed back, I think the teams are going to be chomping at the bit for a chance to win the big show. Next up, let's check out this week's Counter-Strike action, starting with the ESL Pro League, where the group stage is finished and the playoffs are all set to begin this coming week.
Sports space. But here, this round is not done yet, and neither is this game, so I guess we'll focus back to it, as XNS is going to be able to trade out with Lackey once again, and leaving this one in a fairly advantageous situation now as Maluk catches Elian. So Nickelback and Forrester with it all to do. That's a good first shot, and also dropping the bomb, so that's all the information that Nickelback needs, as he now gets the flashbang high in the sky for 1, 2, and 3. Finally, Forrester to clean up the round, but that's all on Nickelback. What a great performance from the in-game leader.
On a related note, the ESEA kept on working through group stages in all 3 regions. We've got some of those highlights for you right now.
Playing anti-flash. Very risky here, actually. He's got no teammates backing him up. Flashbang thrown out. And in the end, Mr. Sharky will punish Swanky for that. Walk shot rings out. Zep's being tagged up. JK's stops the ball from being planted. JK's again. As just Big Heath left in a 1v3. Has to recover that bomb. JKaz will deny it, and it'll be a 2-0 win to Bandits. And I've got to say there, like, I did not expect Bandits to win Vertigo after this.
Utility dumped down Banana by Blink. They know they've got all the advantages in the world, and they're looking to pressure them here. One Flatro with the first through the smoke. Soulfly is found by Seneri. They're thinning the numbers all too quickly. Paz desperately manages to claw one back, but it's GXX's shotgun that quickly finds the trade. And again, it's 2 Deagles against the world. Engine, the next on the chopping block. It's job done, ladies and gentlemen. Blink are your victors. 16-2-16.
A lot of utility being rained on out at the moment. Chop Raider on the corner. Oh, he's barely spotted there. He will be taken down at the end of the day. Marky's is able to clean him up. Fang's good for 2, and this A-side aggression has been swiped away. In RBG's name, days were
Alright guys, we're back. Let us see how this works out. She did a restart on her computer.
Yep, I think she's at 44 ping.
44 ping's really good. It's not 7,000. I haven't even heard it to be that high.
Alright,
so we're gonna start the game over, which means the random player may not get, likely won't get Protoss again. 2 out of 3 chance that he won't get Protoss. That's okay, we just do another intro. We just do the intro again. No worries. So we're back on the same map, of course. We just don't know what race Breeden will draw. But we'll see in a second here, as soon as this loads. This is game 1 of the Code S.
FSL Season 4.
Right. On the top right corner of Oxide. Introducing her again, our purple Protoss, she is.
Instability.
And hey, we got the same thing again. Alright. Inconsequential then. The random player draws Protoss once again.
Freedom.
Alright, well.
And same locations too, so, and they open the same way.
Okay, alright, so. But she puts the gateway on the right side, not on the left this time, right? I think if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
That's the only
she made it-
difference.
That's the only difference. Otherwise, ping looks good, and we're off. So, second
Right.
time's a charm. To scout here for, well, yeah, she does have to scout.
She has to.
What do you think about scouting for pylon scout or a gateway scout?
I'm okay with Gateway Scout, honestly. Because look, the 12 pool, you can stop, you can still find out properly with a Gateway Scout. You might as well put down the gateway, right?
Yeah.
So it's always good. The only thing that's much better if you do a Pylon Scout, if it's a cannon rush, the sooner you find out, the better, right? So that's really the only reason you would Pylon Scout, especially on a map like Oxide. The distance is so big, right? So it's so long to get from point A to B. I mean, map opponent A to opponent B, or player A to B.
Yeah, I was gonna say is typically pylon scouts are very important in team games, right? Because if they are doing a cheese, it comes in twice or 3 times as hard, and so you really need to know as soon as possible. But in 1v1s, it's okay. Yeah, so
yeah, timings are
looks
mapped
like
out.
yeah. So she took her. You know, I like this build by Instability. I really like them getting their Nexus right away because there's really no need to delay it further. Unless you're getting cheesed heavily.
Yeah,
but
as
she's
soon as you can,
identified there's no cheese. She's got her cyber just a tad behind Frieden, but it's not that significant. But
Yo, let me tell you something. Her build here is the max packs build where you actually get 1 gate. The thing is though is getting the Zealot signifies as the max packs build because the way you work it is you send the Zealot scouting, and that's what it does. Finds a possible cheese. You need to find a proxy, because the thing that can beat you is a proxy. Either proxy Stargate, proxy Robo, an all-in with 3 stalkers, etc. Right? That's the max packs build. He figured it out. You know, most people were doing for the very long time PvP was two gateways openers, right?
Yeah.
If you notice
she
that.
she does need to be careful here because there's gonna be a harass here by a Zealot and a Stalker, but this is really not the concerning part here. It's the follow-up DT Shrine.
Oh,
right?
yeah, and so here's the thing.
So-
This is what I realized with that too. So she's doing it the right way with the Stargate, but you're gonna need to also add a forge to get that cannon up for detection, or you make an Oracle. Because that accounts for the detection. But you need a Stargate because in case it's one of those really hard gateway pushes, you can survive, right? But she needs a forge, and this is one of the things that I noticed Max Packs do is get the forge so he can get the cannon, so that takes care of the DT right away, right? And it helps you with the defense.
Right. So she's totally safe here. As long as she walls this so that as DT can't sneak in, right? And then she'll have time to chrono out an Oracle.
But she needs to hurry it up because honestly, she was supposed to make a.
Yeah, but I think she's fine because there are 4 DTs though. Oh my goodness, this could be dangerous.
No, you can't. You need the forge and then the cannon or an Oracle, right? So as long as she makes the Oracle right here blindly, that's okay too. She's making a Robo that won't come in time.
No,
and there it is. This is what I was talking about.
No, don't let him in.
Oh, and that's it. That's gonna be the game.
So she needs to chrono the Oracle right now, but
it's too late. Basically, this is the one thing that I was saying. This is why you get a forge and cannon, or you get the Oracle, because of the possibility of the DT rush, and that's it. You can't come back.
Yeah, I think this is GG here. I mean,
absolutely.
But she didn't even start the Oracle right away.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I was saying. If you can still do it without the gate, but you gotta get the Oracle right after. But since she didn't do that, it's just not possible.
But you know,
there's not even an Oracle right now. Even
she's gonna make an observer, and I think she chronos it. She might get it out because Frieden is not focusing on the pylons.
Yeah, but that's 21 damage already, and
so there's the Oracle.
You know, she may not even have the units to kill it.
She doesn't have gas for the observer.
The Oracle can help.
No, and I think that's GG.
Yeah, I think she just missed that part of it, which is really you gotta account for the Oracle. I mean the DT with the Forge and whatever. But you know, that's an upset, I think, right? So nice job.
Yeah, I think if she just held her units in the front, right, put them on hold move.
Yeah, that's another one too. You need to do that, right? Because that way you can chrono out the Oracle. But here's the problem, though. You will still take a lot of damage, and you really don't want the damage. So
Well,
if you're gonna
it's
do
okay
that,
though.
yeah.
Even if you take the damage, Frieden is pretty much all in. He does not have a Nexus.
Oh,
Right?
he didn't even expand. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he didn't even expand, so it's a full all in. So even if you lose half of your probes, as long as you clean that up, I think you'll be fine. Problem really was that 4 DTs just walked all the way in. So
Unfortunate for her, you know, she's really getting hit by the all-ins, and she's just not defending it as clean as she should, right? Remember her very first all-in she encountered, which is the Baneling bus, she just missed it. She had a good build for it, but her Stalker was not in position. On this one, I think she chose the wrong order, which is really Forge, Cannon, or at a minimum Void Ray, then an Oracle, like immediately, and you're chronoing it. But doesn't matter now, it's game 2, guys. She has to take this, or this is gonna be one of the biggest upsets, I think. But here you go. Game 2. Let's see what Frieden draws. He's a random player.
yeah, so if you look at the scouting reports, right, on Frieden, how many games has he played in this season that he has actually made an expansion?
Yeah,
That
he's
went
always
up
all
one
in.
bit?
He's always
Yeah.
all in. You're 100%
So,
right.
If I saw that when you scout and there's no Nexus anywhere near, I would opt for a Robo first.
Yeah, that's
But anyway,
the
the top right corner, she's down 0-1. She is.
Instability.
And the bottom left, the random player draws Terran. It's now he's expressed his weakness playing as Terran, and right now I think this is looking really good for Instability. The only thing she has to make sure is she respects the all-in, because this is what Frieden does. Look, if your opponent always all-ins, she needs to. I would get Charge Lot. I would get a Robo. That would be my build, really. I mean, Robo for, as a good...
Yeah.
It's super safe to get a Robo, period.
Well, yeah, charge slots and Robo would be the best.
Especially against Bio, but...
Yeah, but, she mentioned during the interview that she really only has one build per race. And I'm guessing her build against Terran really is Zealot Colossus, right? That she's opted to do many times against the few Terrans that she's faced. So let's see if she goes down that route. But, like what you said, she just needs to make sure she doesn't die to an all-in here. A one-base all-in, which Frieden has been doing.
This is what it is. You see 2 gases, you know it's going to be an attack.
Yes. 2 gases. Robo is coming down. I mean, Factory is going to come down really quickly. And right behind that, a Stargate. And there's going to be some shenanigans from this Terran real quick.
It's okay for her to expand, but then just prepare for a big attack. Which means you need to get that Robo. You need to get your gases. Her gases are a little... She finally now puts in 3 in the gas. It took her a little while to do that.
Yeah, she prioritized the minerals first, which is fine. But, this... Getting early Nexus is, it's okay. But at this point, you need to start bracing for impact, right?
Yeah, this is going to be a hard attack, man. You can't...
Yeah,
you can't
I like this,
take
though. She's going to make an adept, and as soon as he pops out, she needs to send it across the map.
Yeah. Well, she may even get the information if Frieden goes home, because there's no expansion. The minute you see 2 gas against Terran, you know there's some tech move that's gonna happen sooner than you may expect. Now, they still can expand, but then you see that it's 2 gas plus no expansion for an extended period of time. It's time to just make shield batteries, keep breaking stuff.
But I'm looking at this build by Frieden. I mean, he's making an early tank. I mean, tanks are really good for tank pushes, but he doesn't have the infrastructure to make the right composition for a tank push, right?
Yeah, you need more.
He doesn't have.
Marines.
He doesn't have enough Marines. He only has one barracks and doesn't even have an add-on. He's making one tank, but the tank by itself is really not going to do anything. So I really don't like this build. I think he's going to swap this for a Banshee.
Yeah, that might be his build. It's some sort of weird build.
But she should, yeah, so she saw that. Let's see. Is it going to be a Cloak Banshee? Yeah, it is. So it is a Cloak Banshee build.
Yeah, well,
but
there's the Robo. I love it.
Right? I love it, yeah. So
and the Observer. Okay.
But
Man,
she does
that one
need to start
Observer
putting...
with a... Look, she's even
Nice.
getting
There's the... Right, there's the Forge. So she can put a cannon in each of the bases. And, you know, I think this is going to go down that what we talked about, which is going to be just Colossi.
He's going to expand after this? Look at that. And he even got his gases way too early. This is really odd. I don't think this is an optimized build by Freedom.
I think he's basing on, you know, hoping to get enough damage done with these Banshee. Well, one Banshee. I think he's going to swap it as soon as that...
I mean, this is kind of doable if you kill enough with the Banshee and then you macro behind it. But it's really... Oh, it's double Starport. Interesting. I wonder if he's going to do double Banshee type of thing or... Look, he's even building a wall. This is really weird. It's almost like he's defensive. Right? It's like a defensive tech build that he's doing. Because he's not hitting anytime soon except for this Banshee. And it's already 4.5 minutes. 5 minutes by the time he gets there. There it is. There's the first one. First one will be 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes. There's an Observer already somewhere. Which is right here on the right side.
Oh, so she went the wrong way.
That's okay.
She's gonna need to bring it back. No,
she's trying to F2 it, but it's on the sentry mode, so it can't move. She finally unsentryed it, so she can bring it back. She's getting a lot of
but this is still okay, right? She's still
totally fine. She's ahead.
8-worker lead. She does. She shouldn't lose that pylon.
And
that would be disastrous.
He should not be shooting the pylon. He should have been killing the world.
I know the probes.
Oh,
So
but
there's
if he pulls it off,
now.
actually, then it's okay, because that's just a big delay, supply-wise and warping end-wise, right? So this is actually okay.
But the gig's up, right? You know. So the thing is.
Wow. She even tried the third base. Well, actually, if he doesn't kill the third base...
Is she gonna lose it?
No, it's getting enough hit points. There's even a Colossus here. Okay, so she splits her army. One on the left with a Stalker, and now she should wipe out these pesky Banshees. They've killed a lot, guys.
Yeah, but you know...
7 workers, not enough though, right?
Yeah, I mean, will Frieden have enough to defend back home? Yes, well, 2 tanks gonna be on it. No, he canceled the tank.
He still has 2 Banshees here. He canceled the tank. I don't think she's gonna attack anytime soon. But the key here is she needs multiple observers. If Frieden splits up the Banshees, but he's kind of not, still attacking. You know, this actually in Instability's mind, this is really all-out Banshee, right? Which kind of helps out a little bit. It's wasting time on that third base. She's not losing workers, right? And she'll be more defensive towards this type of thing, right? So, and it's not even gonna kill the Nexus. But this works out for her, honestly. Now she'll be wary of the Banshees. The Banshees that are just won't quit. They're like, dude, I know you have Banshees. Stop.
I think he stopped with the Banshees. If he was gonna make a lot of Banshees, I would have had, preferred for him to research the speed.
Yeah. And even just pull him a little bit, right? Maybe show one or two.
You can start one-shotting stalkers.
But he showed all like 3-4 at a time type of thing, right? And then so he made at least 3 or 4 of them. Now and then she saw another 3, so she knows, okay, you committed a lot on Banshees.
Yeah, so at least she has a cannon in both her first 2 bases.
Yeah.
The Banshees are coming back to the 3rd, but I think she's in position here.
Well, where's her observer?
Well, but she's not. Her observer left.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, she's gonna lose this base though.
Oh, she didn't need to lose that base.
That's unfortunate, but he did lose the 3 Banshees. Oh, he does have a 3rd.
But he has a 3rd though, so this can get hairy. I still give her the advantage. She's really good in
Yeah.
the macro game.
I do too, and her composition would fare better.
It's long-term
trying to
better,
siege that
too.
third. Yeah, because there's only one tank.
One tank.
Right.
She can't. He can't deal with her army if she attacks now.
Yeah, and
although this planetary is a smart move, actually. You know,
Yeah, that's-
look,
that's gonna be tough
this is
to see.
3 base territory for Freedom. He's like, look, dude, I don't get this late.
yeah,
I might as
but
well
you
make
know,
it a
Immortals
planetary.
are in production. A second Robo is on its way, so I really like her position. It's unfortunate she lost her third, but
If she didn't lose her third, this is a done deal. But she still has an advantage.
yeah, I'd like for her to take get her charge slot upgrade. There it is. As I say that, there's the charge being researched, and then drop a few more gateways, and I think you can just overrun Terran in the middle because they really don't have enough there. So Frieden only has, well, he does have 3. He has 3 barracks, but all 3 of them have tech labs. So he's not going to be able to just mass produce Marines here.
That may be okay if he's making non-stop marauders, but
Yeah.
his army's
So-
not big enough to be going out.
Immortals are in production. Yeah, so how many more? 1? Oh, so 2 at a time. So that's gonna be... You know what counters Marauders heavily? Immortals.
Yep. And she's making 2. You could make 2 at a time if she has 2
Yeah,
rebels.
she's
she
making
is.
2 at a time. So there's a scan.
Oh, good
2
scan.
scans.
Good second scan. Now he knows what he's dealing with. He even knows about a 4th base.
Yes, that's the big tell here. There's a 4th all the way in the top left corner.
If you're Terran, you get your own 4th base.
But now it's all Marauders and 4s.
This is dangerous for her though, if the army gets big enough, because you'd be surprised.
Yeah,
Actually,
but, I
4
mean-
4 Immortals. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying.
But
I mean,
you
that's
know, you
not
can start making Zealots as well. You know,
She's fine. Her army is monstrous. This is a
she
power.
is falling behind its supply though. So, alright, she's dropping more
Frieden is
gateways.
like playing well, like he said. It's like I won't practice, and look how well he's played. Even the DT, let me tell you this: the DT timing he had was really on point. Right?
Yeah, that was a really quick.
It was
DT.
it
That's,
was like master level timing, or even close to GM level timing, because it hit so early with 4. And mind you, it's 4. It's not like it's 2. So he's playing really well.
I
His
wouldn't move
army is
out.
actually bigger. His army supply is bigger. Oh, and she misses the army. She scouts. And
No, she wants to check if there's a 4th on the bottom right. So
yeah, but I
think
wish she
she's
saw the
gonna-
army, because you need to see what kind of army you're dealing with. I don't think she's seen the type of army.
She's gonna find out when it hits her 5th.
Yeah, and if you don't control right, you could actually lose this game, because that's the thing about these fast marauder, fast bio things.
Yeah, but you know, there's nothing in that comp that counters Immortals.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, there's a chance you screw it up with perfect. If he micros perfectly, look, I'll tell you this. You put this army in control of Maru and then another low GM, Maru could probably still win. That's my point, right? The micro potential in this is insane.
You pick up the Thor, move in the back,
Yeah,
pick
there's,
up another
there's
Thor,
some
but
oh, she sees it now. She has the observer, and she's like, "Uh-oh, okay, here it is. This is it, guys. This fight needs to go
but-
decent or okay, not terrible. If this
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
okay, oh, beautiful, takes care of that Thor, and
yeah, but
easy peasy. Look at the concave.
The Immortals reign supreme in this match right here.
Mhm.
And I think she's just gonna, no, she's not gonna blink. She's just gonna go around and see if she can have a better angle on the right side here.
Looking good. She's looking good here. It's we were
I
looking.
think she's gonna
through-
blink in and snipe
Yeah.
that tank.
We're searching.
There you go.
We're fishing for something that could give the Terran a chance, but no, it's just brute
Yeah.
force. This is
Yeah, I mean,
Protoss brute
that's-
force.
This is the reason though, that's why you don't see this type of comp with Terran against Protoss very often. Just because once they start making, there are what, 5 Immortals and 6 Immortals in here. There's nothing here that counters Immortals. Even with the Vikings landing, they're actually terrible against Immortals.
Yeah, look at the repair. You can barely keep up.
Yeah, you
And
can't.
that's
The
it.
mortals just take care of everything here. And that's why you make marines, right? You can just stim it down. But
And she
you know,
should be tying this up.
yeah.
Half the supply now.
This is a good move by her, doing double robo and just going ham on immortals.
Yeah,
She's
that's
still
actually
making
really
2
good. I like
immortals
the
at a
double
time.
robo move.
Yeah. And so it was perfect because the Terran was on 3 barracks with tech labs and making Thors, right? Alright, we're going to game 3. So it's a good adjustment there for instability. Right, she did get harassed early with the Banshees. But it was okay to lose that because it took a while for the Terran to get their econ up.
Yeah, it looks like that was such a good fight. Yeah, Freedom rage quit, right? No? Oh, never mind. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be right back.
He had to
Alright,
go
let's do Central again. But yeah, like what we said, 3 barracks with tech labs and a factory making, well, whatever's coming out of factory versus 2 robos making immortals. That's an unfair matchup.
Well, she deserves all the unfair after losing that first game on DTs universally,
Yeah.
where people get
She
annoyed.
She totally did the right thing. So it's a
Yep.
good adjustment, good comp. And so let's see what she does here in game number 3.
Yeah, and for Frieden, I think Frieden should just go with a sharp timing if he wants to win this game. I don't think he can win some sort of mid macro game.
Well, he
But,
did
you know.
actually. I think he thought that he was gonna be able to do more damage with the Banshees. He did in the beginning, and it was because Stability sent the Banshees on the bottom right, and then, transformed it, and then that's why it was late coming back, right? And that's why
Yeah.
the Banshees did more damage.
And that's great, but I don't think his build was that optimized. You know what I
No,
mean?
it was
So
not,
that's the
yeah.
thing. I don't think he can wing a mid macro type of winged style. Like I think you have to play legit against this level of player, meaning legit all in or legit macro. Not something in between. You're kind of like, we'll see if this works, right? It's just too much to ask. At this level, the players are much better. They deal with optimized builds all the time. So anything that's not optimized, it's not gonna be as good.
That's right.
So, anyway, guys, this is the final game. We're tied 1-1. Who's gonna take it? We'll find out. You guys are watching Code S. Alrighty.
Season 4.
Alright, the bottom left corner of 2000 Atmospheres. Tying it up 1-1. Our purple Protoss. She is.
Instability.
Oh, we're getting one of each race, guys. Top right, the random player gets the final race that he hadn't gotten in the best of 3. 3 games, the 3rd game as a Zerg. He is.
Freedom.
This should be pretty good.
Yeah, and this is a very important game, right? Not only is it a 3rd game, right, deciding of this series, but looking at their records in the season,
They need
I
this.
think you'll need 3 wins to make it at least to the 5th seed to make the playoffs. Right now, they're both at 1 win each, and they still have 3 to 4 games to play, but they need to win 2 more at least. And so whoever wins this will be on their way, but this is a very important game, especially now that it's a game number 3.
Well, the thing is, Instability has already played Neutrophil and Dark Menace.
That is true.
So-
So those were the hard
Those
games.
are the hardest ones, so...
Yeah,
She,
but
she
it-
wins
it
this, I
won't-
think she's good.
Yeah, it won't help her though if she loses to Frieden.
If
right?
she loses
So-
to Breeden, it's really bad.
Yeah, so that's
she
why
needs
this is
this
a
game.
very important game. But I think she's had enough practice with Zerg so far.
Yes. Wow.
She sees a normal build here
think-
for Zerg.
I think she just has to watch out for the 2 base Lingbane all in. The 2-3 base one. The fake one with
Yeah.
the 3rd base. I
So
think she
for
lost to that
scouting-
already. This is a bigger map too.
For scouting report, I think for Frieden, his Zerg, he likes to do his speedlings as long as possible into mutas.
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
And
correct.
that's what he won against Neutrophil back then. As you know, Neutrophil was Protoss, and he won that game using that strategy.
Yeah, that was a good game.
So I think that's what he's comfortable with, and I think that's what he's gonna revert back to. There are a lot of links in production here, and their speed, but you know she's privy to this information. Now let's see if she sees these extra links.
Yeah, she
Yep,
sees.
she sees the extra links.
This is
Just
too
need
many
to wall
links.
up.
You should know this is too many links instability. You need
Yeah,
to make
he-
another. Oh man, she's not doing it. I don't know what's going
He needs
on.
the wall. He needs the wall.
There's a lot of links coming. Instability. Need to wall. Okay, she has an adept at the minimum, but you need to make a wall. The #1 requirement for Protoss
Like
is
right
the
now.
wall. She knows this is panic mode. You need to close the choke. Oh, man, what is she waiting on? Oh, okay, there it
There.
is. So she
So
just
she
closes
completely
it. Period. I'm okay
Which
with
is
that.
good. Yeah, because the adept's coming out. The adept can go behind the wall. And
Oh,
yeah,
and-
so I think she's safe here.
Okay, she's okay. My
For a
goodness.
moment there.
Wow, look at this wall. It can't be repaired though, right? So. Oh no! She needs to shade out. She is chronoing. She didn't shade. She's gonna need to pull workers. She's gonna need to pull workers.
And close this because there are 18 links on production.
Oh man,
I think she underestimated this.
The shield battery finishes, but she needs to
She
close.
needs to see this
Closing
now.
is the #1 thing. One more. She has the money, but she needs to make just pylons to close.
No,
You
I
can't
think
wait.
she loses this game. I think.
Oh, I
there-
think she totally bungled this somehow.
Oh no! I think this is it. I think Frieden
She
is
didn't
gonna
even make.
take it.
Yeah, she didn't even make an oracle. The oracle is how you beat this. She neglected her wall.
The Void Ray will take
And-
about a million
man,
years
yeah,
to
I
do all
think
of these
that's-
things.
Yep, and that's it. Oracle may do some wonders. You know, Frieden is still very all in, but this is. I think this is enough damage, honestly, and she shouldn't be pursuing this.
Well,
fighting this. Wow. Well, I mean,
that's
no,
a good
look, if the
hold on
link-
the choke,
No, but
but-
the thing is, if the links aren't fighting you, then don't fight them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And she's making another void race. I think she totally bungled this somehow. I think she, for some reason, she did the wrong things in this attack, right? So I don't know what happened in
So I
this
think
game.
she will survive here. Oh, she needs to kill that one more Ling though. One more Ling is killing all your probes.
Is she not? Is she having? The only thing I can think of is she having ping problems, right? Because she took a while to close the choke. She took a while to make a zealot.
Yeah.
She took a while to do other things. So we're gonna have to ask her because honestly, you know, the way she reacted was uncharacteristic at her level, right?
Yeah.
So, but either way, it doesn't really matter what happened now. It's just gonna be monumental comeback if she pulls it off. 5
Ooh,
workers to
there's-
36, and there's muted. Oh, she was having problems, and she should have paused.
Yeah, she
I
needs to
knew it.
pause.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, you know what? She should have paused, and she may not have known that. That's why, because you know when this was all happening, she had time to make the gateways, and nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Right? She had time to do all these other things, and she didn't do it. And 77 ping is not the problem. Instability is getting 7,000. It's not possible for her to do all the right things with the ping problem. So she didn't know that. So let's talk to the players. I think, you know, unfortunately her internet's like killing her. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it, right? When you watch the order of events, right?
Yeah.
I think what we should have done, or she should have done for sure, is say, hey, I gotta pause.
Yeah, she needs to pause because we won't know, right?
We won't know.
I can't pause indiscriminately.
He probably, yeah, I guarantee you that's what happened, because there is no way someone at her level would not close the wall like that, right?
Yeah, and it was really late. So, you know, yeah.
I mean, she might not have known in games you can actually ask for a pause, you know?
Yeah.
So in tournament games, you can ask for a pause. It's normal. You don't have to. Anyway, let's go. she knows that this is a done deal. We
Well,
can see
you know,
it,
I think she's gonna put up a fight here. She's really behind, right? There should be a foregone conclusion, but I think she's
there's
gonna
no
try
way.
her.
Yeah, there's no way you can come back 36 workers to 5 with Mutas coming. It's not possible.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not for us to call it unless she GGs.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna wait for her. Hey, look, Frieden was never the problem with his ping. His ping is fine.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that, you know, she just needed to close that wall, right? Make an extra pylon.
She would have done that. I 100% I'll tell you, she would have done that. All the right things there, because dealing with Ling rushes is not a big deal. That wasn't even that strong of a Ling rush. So I think that was just a case where she knows what to do. She just could not do it, and we couldn't pause for her because we don't know she was having ping problems. She should have called for a timeout, and she may not have known that. So it's one of those weird things where, well, the game went on already. We can't go back. Game resumed. So that's what really sucks. So she still has a chance to make the playoffs. It'll be harder.
Yeah, it will be very
But
difficult.
she lost the game that I think she shouldn't have lost this way. Right? I'm calling it a loss, even though not officially a loss yet, because dude, if she comes back, this is the greatest comeback in the history of FSL, topping yours. So
yeah. So, I mean, she has 3 games left, and her next game is against Regret, and then after that, Cyan. So she really needed this win, right? So
Yeah.
now she's gonna need to beat both Regret and Cyan to have a chance for the playoffs.
Yep. And it's doable for her. I mean, certainly
Right.
Cyan is having a hard time this season. Regret is pretty good, but she certainly can't beat any Zerg without, or anybody, if she's having these ping issues. She's
So
gonna
Mutas
scout.
are in production now, +1 Mutas on its way. The only way she could win this is if she starts making Phoenix, but she actually is trapped for cash
She has
now.
no money. Yeah, that's the thing with the money
Yeah,
thing.
so
right?
I think she just needs to move those probes down, just bunker up on the second base. Turn on the Guardian Shield.
And actually,
Yeah.
she's gonna try to kill workers.
Yeah, which is, you know,
The right move.
the right move. I think he's just gonna keep making Mutas here. And he's even gonna take his 3rd. Yeah, this is...
It is a heartbreaking game for her because she never got the chance to play, right, on this. And it lagged out at the worst time for her. If it lagged earlier... One thing, though, I bet you she didn't know you can actually ask for a pause. You know, which she should have.
Yeah, because you know, she probably has not played in tournaments before or aware of that. But yeah, she's gonna lose more. She can actually fight these straight up now, and with that, so there's the first Void Ray, and I think this is gonna be GG here. She's gonna concede. It's unfortunate, but
those are the breaks. Sometimes that happens, guys. But she'll have to win the next 2 games to make the playoffs. Frieden, this is a big deal for him. However, Frieden has to fight the Dark Menace and Neutrophil, so, you know.
yeah,
But-
and also if they do tie together right at the 5th slot, Frieden gets the head-to-head advantage.
That's true. Alright. I feel like I know what happened there on the last game. Did you lag right when the Lings came? Instability? She's muted, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Let's go talk to her.
She needs to unmute herself and
Okay.
other.
Hi, Instability. I think I know what happened there. Did you know you can pause a game once you start lagging?
It wasn't really the lag. The lag
Oh, it
started
wasn't?
after I got wing flooded.
Oh, okay. Well, then that sounds better. Because I thought because you didn't close the, you saw a few lings. It kind of took a while to close it, and you didn't make the stuff. And I was like, maybe she's lagging, right?
I've been really slow today.
Okay.
I can't hear her, by the way. I can only hear you, KJ.
Yeah, I can hear her, so I think that's okay. The broadcast, we can't debug that now. Anyway, instability, it's okay. So you were playing pretty bad. It started lagging when it was already too late. That sounds much better because we felt really bad. We thought that you lagged right as the link flood, started, because then you couldn't close properly. You couldn't do anything to me like the right way. But you said you yourself said that you were playing slow, right?
Okay. I mean, I lost every warm-up match I played today, which was disheartening, but I mean, I gave it my best shot. I think it's...
Gotcha. Well, that's all we can ask. And you can still make the playoffs. You just gotta beat the next two opponents, which is Regret, another Zerg, and then Cyan, who's not favored versus you. So that one's looking good. So you still have a chance. So good luck to you on your practices. Hopefully you show the usual instability we see.
Good games, instability. Good luck with your next matches.
All right, and let's chat with you, Frieden. Nice job with the builds. The second game though, you got, didn't really work out. She totally showed you the power of Protoss there and just kind of ruined that. That was a really good composition.
Yeah. I think I got I went the wrong way. I started getting too. I don't know.
Wingy.
I don't know the right term, but I expanded when I really shouldn't have, and I was completely out of position. There's a lot of things that went wrong that match, but instability did the right things, and she completely dominated.
I do have one question to instability. Hate to go back on I think that was a Max Packs build where you go the gateway expand Stargate type of thing, scout with the Zella. It looked really good. However, you didn't account for the DTs, right? Which is usually you would get like an Oracle or a Forged Cannon type of thing, right? What were you thinking about that? Because they hit pretty early.
Actually, ever since I scouted at the beginning of the game, I knew something was up, and I decided it was DTs, but for some reason I just completely forgot to get detection, even though I knew what was coming.
Oh,
so it was really frustrating for me.
I see. It's one of these days where things just aren't working. Okay. Well, it's over.
I remember with that.
Yeah.
With the DTs, actually, when I initially went in, I thought that she had a hold at her choke, and so I thought I'd have to hack my way through the DTs. And I think, I was watching them and I was ready to have them stop and start slashing at stalkers, but then I saw that she had moved just enough. My DTs were able to kind of shimmy past. So I was like, oh, that was that was just unlucky.
Well, sometimes these days happen, and the good news is you still have a chance to make the playoffs and improve. So good luck to you, and congrats, Frieden. You explained what happened. I think it makes sense. You played well, saying that maybe you do play better at the seat of your pants without a ton of practice. So
I think I have to as a random just expect the worst and then go with it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, you create chaos, and chaos happened, and it worked out. So, well, guys, that's all I have for questions. Seth, you have anything?
Nope. It was a good set of games. I'm glad we went to game 3. Good games.
Cool. It was fun. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. And with the techno hiccups, I noticed how much it throws off your rhythm, right? I have to sit and think, okay, I was doing this, and I have to make sure I go back and not miss anything. But yeah.
All right, guys, that'll do it for today. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you guys on the next matches. Have a good evening.
All right, looking forward to learning from these recordings. Thanks, guys.
Right. All right, see ya.
Certainly numbered there, as it will be Wiz. Left is the 1v5 here. Up in his hand. We'll see if he can pull off a miracle. That's got to be what's required. JT closing in on his position. Slowly but surely. What do you got for us here, Wiz? A couple extra stats on the board is what he's going to be aiming for here at the moment. Can't even find that. Sonic to close. And extra salt. Look, so dominant.
We'll be covering all of the ESEA and ESL action, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. In other CSGO news, the European Development Champion finished up this week. K23 taking down Skade in the finals.
The others are gatekeepers towards the library and Arch. Kaluba, does he go for a swing? Ends up with 2 kills! Kaluba! You're just insane! Let me just salvage the round. A Trent coming in, now trying to salvage things. You've got Fame as well, coming in from pit. But Adren, he holds his ground again. Ships ends up falling. It's all down to Rainwaker in a corner on the site. And it seems like they know where he is. Fame will spray him down. And they give K23 the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, K23 are your EDC Season 5 Grand Champions.
The Pinnacle Fall Series finished up their Swiss stage and began the playoffs this week.
They need to clutch out the round. Furlan sitting that Mully, trying to burn for as long as he can before he finds one. 37 HP remains on him, rolling around the corner in CT. Last piece of util that really matters in CT side, and now used as well. There's that flashbang, there's the swing, and last man as well, Rollin. What a way to end it.
We did have a bit of a lull in the Counter-Strike scene for a while. Glad to see that picking back up again. Meanwhile, over in Overwatch, the contenders continued playing in both Korea and Australia.
Supports in. They didn't find M3. They nearly had him there, but they're still going to get some resets in. The rally's going to be big. There's Belosria. I think they might just have it. Pulse Bombers have been damn big. Cancels the remainder of the rally. Max has still got a decent amount of charge despite the reset that happened on Krillin's dead as well. Unique low, in trouble as Proper is all over him. I think that's enough to hang it on. No supports left for MN3. He is hung out to dry. They do find Max, even finding Proper. T1 are really going to have to earn it as Belosria comes in front of the round. Huge Dragon Strike to D-Mac and kill off Leston. Absolutely immense. Now, Merit does go down, but look at that, the last man standing.
Round 0, who are going to have their reinforcements here relatively fast.
I mean, that was Cashley dying early, so no window opportunity there. And then on top of it, Priest unfortunately finding nothing on the blade. First dash, finds no swings, 0 reset, gets a kill, and that ends up being it. Nothing else beyond that. Bench and KG now dropping ultimates. Starfire